Hello everyone, Gabe here from the Uplay team, and of course we're still at Gamescom, which means we've somehow convinced people to talk to us, and we don't really know how we're capable of doing that. Today we're talking to AMD about their collaboration with the Ghost Recon Breakpoint team and some of their recent product releases. But that's enough of me, so let's get to the discussion.
Hi everyone, we have managed to find another interesting person to talk to here at Gamescom. Who are you and what do you do with AMD?
My name is Richie Corpus and I manage gaming for AMD.
Cool. What does that mean for you from a day-to-day perspective? Let's take a little look closer at what your job is.
So I manage a worldwide team of alliance managers distributed throughout the world in very key regions where game developers are present. Each of these game alliance managers are responsible for working and engaging directly with game developers to provide information about our technology, information about our hardware, roadmaps, and schedules.
Okay, well that makes sense. Have you been to Gamescom before? Is this the first time, or are you a veteran of Gamescom by this point?
I'm almost embarrassed to tell you that this is probably one of the late teens, I think, in terms of Gamescoms for me.
So you've seen Gamescom go through a lot of changes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Back when it was, I can't recall the other town it used to be in, but yes, I've seen it evolve.
Oh, you've been here when it wasn't even in Cologne.
That's correct. Yeah.
So quite a few times. What's your favorite thing you've seen so far at Gamescom that you've been excited about?
I mean, obviously, Ghost Recon Breakpoint is one of the most exciting ones for me to see. I can't wait to play that.
You over at AMD have a relationship with Ghost Recon Breakpoint at the moment. How does that partnership work? What do you bring to the table? What does Ghost Recon bring to the table?
So a partnership with a title like Ghost Recon starts with really a discussion about what the goals are. Are we aligned in our goals? And I think there's always that alignment that typically happens when we work with Ubisoft. I think our goals are always to bring the best experience, the best games to market, whether it's on our hardware and other platforms. So that's where we start. I think also having a game developer that's really excited about bringing new technology into the into their games, adding that realism and that performance. That's always a standard sort of request and goal, but I think it's really bringing more realism whenever we can. I think that's the one of the biggest objectives that we've been always trying to achieve, is bringing that vision and that creative sort of those creative ideas from thought to the game.
So from a technology standpoint, things like features that we might know from AMD, what specific ones are you focusing on for titles coming up, and also ones that people may recognize from past titles?
Well, we like to push the technology envelope, and one of the biggest features that we focus on is the use of explicit APIs like DX12. When you use those explicit APIs, then you get the benefits of features like async compute, which improve overall performance and graphics fidelity. It also allows you to utilize multi-threading, which again helps in the performance. We've worked with Ubisoft on implementing explicit APIs on previous titles from Far Cry 5 to Division 2, and we're very happy to again bring Ghost Recon into the mix with support there as well. In addition to that, you're going to find new features on Ghost Recon that's very unique, that has never been done on previous titles before, such as Fidelity Effects. In Fidelity Effects, we have a whole host of different effects libraries. One of the features we have is contrast adaptive sharpening, also known as CAS. And that's one of the features that we have that's going to be utilized in Ghost Recon, which will allow you to sharpen images within the game at very little cost to performance. And that's very important for the game developers as well as the gamers. What's great about it also is that as you do a lot of imagery in games, you do a lot of post-processing effects that have a tendency to soften some of the scenes. And this contrast adaptive sharpening allows us to bring that crisp fidelity back. So that's one of the most things that we're most excited about.
Right. Are there any other things in Fidelity Effects that we may not know about as yet? If someone has never heard of Fidelity Effects, what other kinds of things are in there?
Like I said, Fidelity Effects is our new effects library that's going to be found on our latest and greatest graphics cards. There's still a whole host of other effects that will be released later this year, most likely in the Q4 or early part of next year.
So a lot more interesting things to come.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you can't tell me about those now.
Not right now.
Okay, all right, I tried. What has been your favorite part of working with the Ghost Recon team?
I'll tell you that from the business folks out of San Francisco and Paris to the development teams in Bucharest and Odessa, it's been an amazing experience. I think the desired collaborative effort, trying to produce probably the best game possible for the best experience for the same gaming customers that we all work towards in selling our products is one of the best experiences.
Are there any like specific moments that jump out to you that are really special?
Oh, absolutely. I think the most amazing experience that we've worked with AMD and Ubisoft have worked together for a very long time, but I think the pinnacle was having Lisa Su, our CEO, and Yves Guillemot, the Ubisoft CEO, meet on stage for the first time ever at our big launch on July 7th with announcing our new products together, as well as celebrating our 50th anniversary. So it was an amazing time.
For you though, what does Gamescom mean for you for AMD? What are you doing here?
So Gamescom for me is an opportunity to meet with the consumer, the gamers that are out there. So this is one of my most favorite shows because it has a great mix of business as well as consumer-facing activities. So for me to see a lot of the gamers and see the enthusiasm and excitement as they see games that have been developed on our hardware or optimized or enabled, it brings a lot of excitement. I mean, I've been in this industry over 25 years now, so it never gets old to see a gamer get excited about a game that you've helped to develop and work on.
So we've used a lot of AMD CPUs in our builds that we've shown on the channel before, a lot of 2700Xs in some of the builds. We've done some of the 1950X Threadrippers and the 2950Xs. How has the past 12 months been for you in terms of AMD's crazy new launch of CPUs like the 3000 series?
Well, if you didn't know, this is our 50th anniversary. So this 2019, we're celebrating 50 years in business, and it's been an exciting time for everyone here at AMD. We launched our latest and greatest GPUs and CPUs on July 7th. We launched our 5700 XT for our newest and latest graphics card. And on the CPU side, we launched our latest Ryzen products that we announced recently. In addition to that, on August 7th, we launched our Epic CPUs for servers, which has been well received in the market. So we're very, very excited.
Someone the other day tried to explain to me what 7 nanometer means and why it's important, because I know that's one of the things that when we're talking about these new CPUs that comes up all the time. Why is it important? What does it mean? And what does the end user get out of a 7 nanometer piece of technology?
7 nanometer is the latest in terms of chip development and process. And what it really allows us to do is make better performing and more efficient CPUs or GPUs. And that in turn makes it that much more affordable for us to produce these CPUs and GPUs for our customers. So they get better performance, better power efficiency at a better cost.
It sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. I hope we can do more stuff with you in the future. I mean, we still need to try and do some builds with some Ryzen 3000 series CPUs. Can we make that happen?
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. All right.